Healing Scriptures. A journey through God's promises of restoration and wholeness. Exodus 15:26. God reveals himself as the Lord who heals you. Heals. Hebrew, Rapha. This word means to restore, to make whole, to cure completely. It encompasses physical, emotional, and spiritual healing, a total restoration of well-being. Jeremiah 30:17, God promises to restore health and heal wounds. Restore, Hebrew, Allah, meaning to bring up, to cause, to ascend, to raise up. God lifts us from our affliction and elevates us to a place of health and wholeness. Psalm 147:3, God heals the brokenhearted and binds up their wounds. Brokenhearted, Hebrew, Shabar Lev. Literally broken of heart, those crushed by grief, pain, or despair. God specializes in mending what seems irreparably shattered, bringing comfort and restoration to the deepest emotional wounds. Isaiah 53:5, by the Messiah's wounds, healing is provided. Wounds, Hebrew, Shabura, refers to stripes, bruises, or welts from beating. The suffering of the Messiah becomes the source of our healing. His pain purchases our wholeness. Psalm 103:2-3. The Lord forgives sins and heals diseases. Forgives, Hebrew, salah, to pardon, to send away guilt. This word is used exclusively of God's forgiveness. He alone has the authority to completely remove sin and its consequences, including sickness. 1 Peter 2:24, by his wounds you were healed. Healed, Greek, jaumai, to cure, to make whole. The verb tense indicates a completed action. Healing has already been accomplished through Christ's sacrifice. It's a finished work we receive by faith. James 5:14-15. The prayer of faith will save the sick, and the Lord will raise them up. Faith, Greek, pistis. Conviction, trust, confidence in God. It's not the strength of our faith, but the object of our faith, God Himself, that brings healing. Faith connects us to His power. Matthew 8:16-17, Jesus heals to fulfill the prophecy that He carried our sicknesses. Carried, Greek, bastazo, to bear, to carry as a burden, to take up and carry away. Jesus didn't just sympathize with our sicknesses, He literally took them upon Himself and removed them. Psalm 30:2, David cries out to the Lord, and God heals him. Cries out, Hebrew, shava, to call for help, to cry out in distress. This is an urgent, desperate plea. God responds to our honest cries for help. He is moved by our need and answers with healing. Proverbs 4:20-22. God's words are life and health to the whole body. Life, Hebrew, hayim, living, alive, vitality. This word is plural, indicating abundant life, fullness of life. God's word doesn't just sustain, it brings vibrant, overflowing life and health to every part of our being. God's message of healing. God is revealing that He is the one who heals. He identifies Himself as the Lord who heals you, the one who restores health, heals wounds, and binds up the brokenhearted. He shows that healing is part of His nature and His covenant. Through the suffering of the Messiah, healing has been provided and made available. God forgives sins and heals diseases, offering complete restoration. The prayer of faith brings healing, and the Lord Himself raises up the sick. Jesus fulfilled the prophecy that He carried our sicknesses and took our infirmities. God responds when His people cry out to Him, and His words bring life, strength, and health to the whole body. Overall message: God is telling us that healing flows from his character, his compassion, his covenant, and the finished work of Christ. He wants his people to come to him in faith, trust his promises, speak his word, and expect him to restore, strengthen, and heal.